Buena noche. It's your favorite Panya boy Jai back with another banger. Your host with the most, your man with the plan, and the face that runs the place. Welcome back to Trending Worldwide, and today's mood is emotionally available, spiritually grounded, and no longer explaining myself to people who confuse kindness with weakness. So, this episode is called Soft, but not stupid, because some of us are done being punished for our softness. We're done being guilt tripped for having boundaries, and we're done being called too sensitive when we're just emotionally literate. We're talking about what it means to be soft without being naive, generous without being exploited, and emotionally present without being emotionally played, right? So let's name it. In a world that rewards detachment, softness gets misread. You set a boundary gently, they think you're unsure. You forgive someone, they think you'll tolerate anything. You express emotion, they think you're unstable. But softness isn't weakness. It's more discipline. It's choosing peace when chaos is available. It's choosing clarity when confusion is trending. Being soft means you feel deeply, but you don't drown. You care, but you don't chase. You forgive, but you don't forget. You love, but you don't lose yourself. Softness is more of a skill, and not everyone deserves access to it, to be honest. And let me tell you about a time my coworker was soft with someone who thought it meant they'd never walk away. They were patient, they were clear, they gave grace, and they kept pushing, they kept testing, they kept assuming they'd stay no matter what, until they didn't. And when their significant other left, they said, "I thought you were different." They were. They just wasn't stupid. And that's the thing about soft people. When we leave, we don't slam doors, we just disappear. We don't yell. We just stop explaining. And that silence, now that's the boundary they never saw coming. So let's talk culture. In a lot of our communities, softness is seen as risky. We're taught to be strong, not tender, to be guarded, not open, to be loyal, not vulnerable. So when we choose softness, it's revolutionary. It's countercultural. It's healing. But it also gets tested, obviously. People protect their own fears onto our softness. They assume we're weak because we don't clap back or clap back right away. They assume we're naive because we choose empathy. And sometimes we internalize that. We start doubting our own clarity. We start over-explaining everything. And we start shrinking. But here's the truth. Softness is not submission. It's sovereignty. It's knowing you could destroy someone with your silence and choosing not to. So this is a part of the pod where I share a reflection based on a prompt I posted on IG. And shout out to my boy Six for sending me his reflection to this prompt, which is, tell me about a time you were soft and someone mistook it for weakness. How did you respond? What did you learn? And this is what he said.
See, I was in this relationship where it's like, I really deeply, deeply care for this woman. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, she could do no wrong in my eyes for her. And I really just gave her the benefit of the doubt all the time. Like, I listened when she said she was going through things. Like, I stayed patient with her, even when she, her actions started, really crossing my boundaries and my lines and stuff like that. But, I was blind to it. Like, she started lying, she started being distant. And, eventually just, started being unfaithful. And at the time, I really thought, being soft was, being understanding. Like, forgiving and not reacting with anger, I thought that was the right way to show love. As you can see, I was wrong. I just really started to deeply feel like she took my softness as a sign that I wouldn't walk away, no matter how she treated me or what she did. And so when I really just started finally, to realize that she wasn't going to change or, respect what I brought to the relationship, I ain't gonna lie, I left. I left quietly, no drama. It was just a decision to protect my peace. So I guess you could say the way I responded was I just chose to keep my dignity and my sanity and my peace intact. I didn't retaliate. I didn't even try to get even at all. I just walked away and started focusing on myself, and that was the turning point for me. And so what I really could say I took away and what I learned was being soft isn't the same as being weak. Sometimes, softness can be a sign of strength when it's intentional, When you choose to be kind and know when to draw the line, that's when love can be genuine. Now I'm just really more careful with who I give my energy to, and I could never I would never ever confuse loyalty with self sacrifice ever again.
And I appreciate you, Six, for showing your vulnerability one time for the pod. I really appreciate you. To give you feedback, you didn't just walk away, bro. You evolved, honestly. This isn't a story about heartbreak. It's a story about choosing self-respect over chaos, clarity over confusion. You gave love with patience, with softness, with grace. And when that love was mishandled, you didn't let it harden you. You let it teach you. And softness isn't weakness. You're absolutely correct. It's knowing you can lash out but choosing peace. It's staying kind without staying stuck. It's loving deeply but not losing yourself in the process. And that quiet exit, that was loud with dignity, for sure, for sure. No revenge, no spectacle, just a man reclaiming his energy, his boundaries, and his worth. Now you move differently. You love with intention, protect your peace, and understand that loyalty should never cost you your self-respect. And that's growth. That's strength. That's the kind of softness that builds empires, to be honest. And I appreciate you. So, you already know, I can't leave without leaving y'all with a starter pack. So if you're choosing softness with clarity, here's your starter pack. A journal that holds your rage and your grace. A playlist that lets you cry, reflect, and reset. A boundary that doesn't need to be repeated. A friend who reminds you that softness is sacred. A hoodie that feels like armor but smells like peace. Bonus, the ability to say I love you and still walk away when it's no longer safe. So yeah, I'm soft, but I'm not stupid. I'm kind, but I'm not naive. I'm present, but I'm not available for emotional gymnastics. So, with that being said, this is Trending Worldwide. It's your boy Jai. And if you're choosing clarity over chaos, I see you. If you're loving with boundaries, I still see you. Just don't let anyone confuse your softness with submission. Not tonight. Peace.